Hello everyone, and today we're gonna be discussing about the badminton, a brief history of badminton, the rules and regulation, the skills that are needed, and the materials and equipments that are used in badminton. Okay, first, what is badminton? Badminton is a common racket sport that we played almost all from child to adult played badminton. Badminton originated in Siam, China, over 2,000 years ago. It was originally called battledore rather than badminton that we have used today. It was brought to England in 1870 and was played somewhat like tennis, but the only difference is tennis uses a ball rather than the shuttlecock that is used on badminton. Like any other racket sport, badminton is also played by the upper classes. Now, after being played in Canada, since it was adapted in different places, badminton arrived in America and has been popular since 1929 rather. Since 1992, another year, since 1992, badminton has been an Olympic sport which bird speed reaching 100 meter per hour. So in 1992, it officially became an Olympic sport. Rules and regulation. First is the coin tossing, which will initiate the game. The coin tossing will determine who will be the server and will be the receiver of the shuttlecock. So if it depends on what the player chooses, if it was heads or tail, and depending on the outcome of the coin tossing. So second is a player should never touch the net with his racket or body parts while during playing. So you cannot touch the net on the play. You cannot touch the net or with your racket or your any body parts. It will be cause or makes your opponent have the chance to gain points since it was your fault to touch the net. So be careful when it comes to net touching. Third, it is not permitted to carry or rest the shuttlecock on the racket. So if ever you're gonna be playing or during a play, you should not rest the shuttlecock. It should be continuous on the opposing sides, and should not be resting on your racket. So if ever you're gonna be playing, should you should gonna continually release the racket or take a shot. Don't rest it. It will make you invalid, not invalid, the points to be invalid or will be given to the opponent. The shuttlecock should never hit over the net. So shuttlecock should be above the net and not touching the net. So if ever gonna be touching the net, the opposing team will have the points and have the chance to make a serve. Fifth is for the serve to be valid, it must cross the court. So if it will not cross the court or will not go to the opponent's court side, it will be not be valid. So you're not gonna have any point. 6. Until the shuttlecock is struck by the server, a player cannot touch any lines of the court. It is always best to strike the shuttlecock below the waist during the serve. So if ever you're gonna be serving, it is better to serve below the waist, below your waist. It will create a greater force and impact when serving the shuttlecock. So 7. When players wins a rally, they get point added to his score. If ever he gonna be winning or he'll gonna have points if ever the shuttlecock that he or she will serving will touch the floor of the opponent's side. Then number 8. During a rally, a player wins when his shuttlecock touches the floor of the opponent's side of the court and his opponent commits the fault. So you're gonna be having points if ever, like I said, when the shuttlecock touches the opponent's side court, and if ever the opponent commits a fault during the play, the point will be added on your score. Number 9, a shuttlecock can only be struck once by each side before it crosses the net. So if ever gonna be serving or gonna take a shot on the shuttlecock, you cannot strike it 2 times in a row. So every shot should be strike once on your side, and if it will not reach the net, you cannot strike it again to reach the other side. So one strike at your court side. If ever and if the opponent gets the shuttlecock back to you, then you can strike once again, not twice. Number 10, shuttlecock that hits the ceiling are counted as faults. So if ever your shuttlecock will reaches the ceiling of the court, sometimes super excited or great force, it will reaches the ceiling. That one is counted as fault on your play. Here are the necessary skills that you need to possess as a badminton player. First is the holding the racket. Holding the racket properly is a skill that every badminton player must know. The direction of the shuttle shuttle hit depends on how the player is holding the racket. If they are holding it in a not proper, holding it not properly, they cannot control the direction of the shuttle where they want it to go. Next skill is the racket grips. Racket grips is an essential skill for badminton players to possess. For the forehand grip, the index controls the racket during the stroke, and meanwhile the thumb controls the racket when using the backhand grip. So it is important that you know how to the racket grips in badminton. Serving is one of the most common things that we know on badminton. Understanding the different types of serves is the best way to prevent opponents from performing an attacking shot. Good serves put the opponent in a defensive position rather than in an offensive position. So if you're gonna be serving, your opponent should be in a defensive position rather than a offensive position, meaning your serve is in a good or proper serve. Next is the strokes. The overhead forehand stroke is the most common, followed by the overhead backhand stroke. The underhand forearm stroke are used to defend against drop shots from the opponent. So strokes are also important skills that you need to know when playing badminton. Footwork skills, a very essential one. Good footwork is a crucial element of badminton and will help players to control their side of the court and save time and energy in the process. Knowing how to move around the court efficiently allows you to return every shot from the opponents. So if ever you know how to move efficiently in the court, you have a good footwork, you can get every shot, you can return every shots from your opponent back to them. So it is very important one that you have a footwork skills when you're playing a badminton. Also, it can also prevent injuries. Stances. There are three different stances: the attacking stance, the net stance, and the defensive stance. The attacking stance is used against smash and lift shot. If smash and lift, will be using the attacking stance. The net stance, it will allows the players to connect with the shuttle at its highest point when standing at the net. So if you're near the net and gonna take the shuttle, you're gonna be using the net stance. Defensive stance. Defensive stance is used to execute high clear shots and high serves. If you wanna have a high serve and clear shots, defensive stand is what you are using. Another important skills that you need to possess in playing badminton is the hand and eye coordination. Being able to perform these strokes and connect the shuttles with and connect the racket with the shuttle, it depends on your hand and eye coordination. If you have a good hand and eye coordination, you can efficiently throw the or return every shots. You have a efficient way on how you deal with the with every shots, to deal with every serves that you are doing. Another is timing and rhythm. Timing and rhythm is acquiring a natural rhythm is key to developing footwork and playing with consistency. If you have the perfect timing and rhythm when playing, you can make the process more efficient. You can be there in time. You can return every shot. You can do stances and footworks more efficiently if you know the right timing and rhythm when playing badminton. And lastly, last skills that you need to possess is the perception and anticipation. Players with good perception are able to observe where their opponent is in relation to the rest of the court and adjust their playing style accordingly. They will notice that their opponent is getting tired. As for anticipation, anticipation is concerned. This skills enables the player to read their opponent's next move. So you're gonna be reading the opponent's next move, and you can change your stances in preparation for the next shot. So you have a perception anticipation. You're gonna have take more advantage from your opponent. So you're gonna know that what their next move. You're gonna read what's next. You're gonna know the weakness of your opponent. So that's a great advantage when playing badminton. Okay, let's go with the last part of my discussion, the materials and equipment that is used on badminton during the play. First, the badminton racket. Badminton racket can be made from several types of materials. Depending on the material selection, this will result to different combinations of racket weight, the balance points, and string tension. So it is important that you decide to buy the badminton racket that will suits you and you are comfortable to play with, and will consider also the weight. It will also make you more efficient and when playing badminton. Next one, important thing that you should have in badminton is the shuttlecock. Shuttlecock, there are two types of shuttlecock. The shuttlecock is made from plastic and the feathered shuttlecock. Plastic shuttlecock is more durable than the feathered shuttlecock, which is mostly it is used by those beginners and those young childs who plays badminton. Feathered shuttlecock is lighter than plastic shuttlecock, and also way more expensive and fray easily, especially when you are using the wrong technique. So if you want to try playing badminton, then you can start using the plastic shuttlecock, since it is way more cheaper than the feathered shuttlecock, and also you can practice the weight of the shuttlecock. The plastic shuttlecock travels shorter distance when compared to the feathered shuttlecock. Next is the badminton shoes. Badminton shoes is designed to give you better traction and grip to stop in time to return a shot. So they should also be lightweight and have good cushioning and to absorb impact when you jump or land. So it is important to use proper badminton shoes. Don't use jogging shoes when you're playing badminton, since jogging shoes lack grip and traction. So if you want to play or you are in a professional badminton, it's way better to use a badminton shoes, since you can execute your good footwork in this, since you can stop whenever you want to return a shot on time that you wanted. um, Also, it can prevent injury, since you'll not be running on you're gonna circling on the whole court for the shots. Next is the badminton net. Badminton net is used to divide the court for the two opposing players. It is also used to determine whether the shot or the serve is valid, since it is where the shuttlecock should be crossing. It should be diagonally crossing to make it valid. Next is the badminton shoes. Badminton shoes, for casual to non-competitive players, a comfortable pair of shorts and a cotton or dry fit t-shirt is sufficient. Some players may want to equip themselves with hand grip, wristbands, and ankle guards. The additional attire is just for safety, to avoid injuries, some bruises, something like that. But wear comfortable shorts and t-shirts. That's all you need to wear when you are playing badminton. That's all for my report. Thank you for listening, and have a good day. Hope you have learned from my discussion. Bye bye.